So this is my backyard. We're still full of snow, and we got hit with that winter storm that was on the East Coast here in the Midwest. Now in my house, it is 72 degrees. We love it like that. But there's that greenhouse. So what I'm thinking about doing is putting my onion sets out there. So let's go outside and see what the degrees are inside of that greenhouse. So we're in the greenhouse now. We're gonna give it a minute to reset. But let me tell you what I'm doing here. So you see all these bags that are weighting down my greenhouse? Garden soil and raised bed potting mix. What happened was, of course, this is a very inexpensive greenhouse, and all the mesh is torn here. So I bought more mesh to probably try and fix that. And same over here. All the mesh got torn off. And I decided to put a board down because my raised beds were sinking. So I have another piece this size, and I'm just gonna cut it to make it fit over there. And I probably won't put anything over there, I'm not sure yet. But I know these bags of soil are frozen. Let's see. Oh, just a little bit though. So it went down to 70. It's actually pretty warm in here, to tell you the truth. But I think, oh no, there's my second board right there. You see it underneath? I think I'm gonna put my onions out here. I'm gonna push this snow off the top of the greenhouse so the sun can get in. And strap these back on. I know the wind ripped them off. Looks like it tore it too, huh? Look at that. Tore it right in half. Chicago wind. That's what we do here. I can find something to fix that with though. Maybe a bungee cord or something. But I'm gonna keep these bags here to weigh it down, because literally, before I left for vacation, which I'll tell you about in a few minutes, I lost a lot of my plants. You see, it ripped it apart. The wind was so strong. So I'll probably just use a bungee cord on this. But I'll work it out. Only on this side though. See, this whole side was ripped apart, but this side looks fine. But you see that fence right there? Before I put these bags down, that fence right there, before I weighted it down with these 2 cubic foot bags, this greenhouse was leaning on the neighbor's fence. And I also added these. I'll show them to you. These are 12-foot stakes. So I put them all around, and now the greenhouse is very stable. But I'm gonna get some bungee cords and, you know, tack this back down. We're expecting one more snow. Look, there's a hole there from the wind. I'll try and stitch that up. It is what it is, but I really would like a permanent greenhouse, but I started pricing them, and very expensive. Okay, now it's down to 68 degrees. You know, onion sets can stay out here, you know, up to like 20 degrees. So I'm gonna close these doors, let it sit for a while, and see how cold, close the windows actually. Let it sit for a while and see what the temperature is out here. So I'll be back. So I left this out here all night and it was below 0. And this went down to like 48 degrees. So it's okay to plant my onion sets, even with this window open. And right now it's 20 and it's light outside, and it still says 47 degrees. So I'm eventually going to I bought a kit to try and fix this window. This one and this one. Actually, all of them. So I'll try that later, but I haven't been feeling well. So let's get these onions planted. So I'm using a 10-pound grow bag, and I had this soil outside, and the only thing that really wasn't frozen totally was this Miracle Grow potting mix. So we're going to plant our onions in this. I'm just putting on my gloves so I can break some of these chunks up. You know, out of this whole bag of potting mix, there was only one little ice chunk, and that's why I'm only going to plant one grow bag, and then I'm going to wait about another week and do a little staggering thing in case these get ruined. I still have more sets to plant. I decided I needed another glove so I can use two hands. So that's what I'm doing right now, putting on my glove. Now, I was going to put either some worm castings or some compost manure in there, but it was frozen. I left that on my front porch behind my bushes. So I can't use that. So I decided to use some tomato fertilizer because it says tomatoes and vegetables. So that's what I'm going to use. And let me show you the bag so you can see what I'm talking about. You see right there, organic gardening, tomato tone, and of course I'm not showing it now. Where is it? Right there. See? Tomato and, oh, I went too fast. Let me put it back up again. Tomato and vegetable food. Onions are a vegetable. So I decided I'm going to put like 9 or 10 sets in here, spacing them between 2 to 3 inches apart. So just in case I get some onion growth, they'll have enough room to grow to maturity if they don't die from this cold weather. So I'm just going to mix this in around the top. I'm going to put about a quart of water in here. Remember, this is a 10-gallon. I don't want the water to freeze, so I do have to make sure they have some moisture, though, because this soil is really, 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 really dry. You know what? I'm going to pull up my onion sets now. I really, really thought that I purchased red onion sets, but lo and behold, I ended up with these yellows. So I think I'm going to try and order some red sets and plant those in a week, just in case these die off. But let's go ahead and get them planted now and close up this greenhouse. Appreciate you guys watching. God bless. Have a great day.